We're talking about the NBA.
Oh yeah.
There's been a few things. I think to start, I think the DeMar DeRozan news was pretty big.
Yeah, I
Not
think
even
that's massive.
that he went to the Kings, but that he didn't go to the Lakers.
I think
that was for me is what I thought.
That was definitely one of my big points this kind of week. I think the Lakers have totally struck out.
They've just sucked this whole.
I mean, it's incredible because DeMar DeRozan, no. Paul George, no. James Harden, no. Klay Thompson, no. Even like Chris Paul, no. Not that I don't know if they
Paul
needed
George
him.
was ever.
Paul George was definitely looking.
Okay,
He was definitely on their target. I don't think he was definitely the Lakers' target. I don't know if Paul George was a late, whatever. But I think the Lakers struck out, and it was interesting because actually today LeBron had an interview where he still believes they are contenders. Which, I mean, they were a deep playoff team last year. They're good enough when healthy. But I don't know. Even like Miles Bridges was kind of a big one too. He signed, I think, today or yesterday with
I saw that.
back with Charlotte.
Okay, yeah.
Which I think is big for Charlotte because obviously small market, usually doesn't have a lot going. And I'm pretty sure MJ sold the team, so I don't even know who their owner is now.
I feel like he may have.
I'm pretty sure he sold the team. I remember at least hearing rumors that they were for sale, but I guess I don't know if he actually sold them for sure or not.
Completed his sale, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. But so I think that's big for the small market. I think that's cool, especially with LaMelo hopefully coming back for them. That'll be fun. But yeah, the DeMar DeRozan to the Kings, huge turn. I think it fits really nice.
So Harrison Barnes was in that trade, so he does still exist.
Yeah, you were. I don't know why'd you bring that up. I don't know why you bring that up.
You were thinking about Scotty Barnes. He re-signed with
with the Raptors.
And I could not think of Harrison Barnes.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely it's showing you, and I think the Lakers still could get like Zach LaVine. Oh, yeah. I think the Bulls have now shown everyone that, hey, we're done. We messed up with signing these guys. It didn't work out. We're going to look to trade them. I could see them still trading Zach LaVine, obviously, and is it Valanciunas? No, it's Vucevic. Vucevic is on that team. They already traded away Caruso. Yep. They brought in Josh Giddey, who's very young player.
Interesting guy.
Yeah, he's got some issues, but we'll keep that to ourselves.
Yeah.
I think it's a good fit. I think DeMar DeRozan will complement De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis nicely. Yeah, they definitely had a down year last year. I think they finished like 9th. I think they were a play-in team, but they lost the first game.
They look good going into this season.
Yeah,
like
and they lost
a veteran in
Mug,
DeRozan, so.
Yeah, and DeRozan, I don't think he's been to the finals. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. I'm trying to think. He was on San Antonio for a minute. He wasn't doing anything there. He was on Toronto before.
It was before Kawhi.
Because he was traded for Kawhi.
Yep.
So I don't think he's like they said, one of 5 players to average 20 points in the past 10 straight years or something like that. Yeah. So he's a proven scorer. He does space their floor a little bit. I think it's good. I like it. But again, Harrison Barnes definitely going to the Bulls, I believe is where he's going. Shows that the Bulls are we're done. So I think the Lakers, I think that's going to be a sneaky one that might happen is the Lakers might get Zach LaVine. That's kind of my
Talking about the Lakers.
Trash.
I thought it was kind of funny because LeBron said he was willing to take a pay cut, right?
Yeah.
That was a pretty big thing.
$54 million.
And then he took a deal for 2 years for $104 million.
Yeah, $52 million a year.
Actually more than he would have made.
Really? What was his original?
It was 2 years, $100 million. Oh. But he did end up taking actually a $3 million pay cut. Big deal for him. But it's just to keep them under the luxury threshold. But because his son signed a 4-year deal.
$8 million deal, which is crazy.
For a second-round pick.
Yeah, for someone who's already been proven to they said, he actually looked okay in his spring, some of the G League stuff or other spring debut, whatever they call it, the preseason, I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, Summer League,
Summer League, that's what it is. He looks okay. Is he worth that money? No. But JJ Redick is, I read it somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure he said that he's going to start in the G League. So he's not going to be on the pros. Yeah. Obviously, I think LeBron takes a quote-unquote pay cut because he's trying to look good, but I just find it interesting where it's like, I always use Tom Brady, for example, even though I think Peyton Manning's a better quarterback. Tom Brady always took a pay cut. One, because his wife at the time, he was making like 18, 20, which is still, that's insane money. His wife, obviously, Giselle at the time, was making millions of dollars doing her modeling stuff.
Yeah.
So that obviously offsets, and it's not like if LeBron's got $1 billion deal with Nike, he doesn't need. So I found it interesting where it's like you should have taken a pay cut and been like 35, 40 million. Okay, now you're really opening up some cap space to go get someone.
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah, I agree. And then he took a big. Yeah, I don't think anyone feels sympathy for him at all. And he did rumor to say that this could be his last deal ever being signed. He might be done after 2 years. Yeah, nothing too much else. Did you see? Obviously, Luke. Well, not obviously, but Luka's not going to the Olympics.
Yeah, I did.
He lost to Giannis in Greece, which is, I don't know if it's upsetting. Obviously, it's Slovenia, I believe, is where it is.
Should be right.
I think it's what Slovenia or Slovenia. Not the best team, but Luka's fun to watch.
Yeah,
he's entertaining. And then speaking of that, did you see the Anthony Edwards comment?
I don't think I did.
So I think it was yesterday. He comes out and says he's the number one option on the Olympic team. And I think he's a little cocky. I think there's like 5 or 6 number one options.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, talk your game, man. Like,
yeah,
you're a star.
That team is
loaded.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the fact that you're like, I'm the number one over LeBron, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Steph. Anthony Davis, Steph. Yeah, Steph. Like, oh my gosh. But he could be. He was so good last year in the playoffs. He was so good.
Yeah, the thing is, too, with him, they're all aging stars. That's the problem. He is, I think, if not the youngest player, he's definitely one of the youngest players on the team.
100%. I think he is. And like, it's like Bam was another. Yeah, I don't know. They're definitely.
I mean, they're still good.
100%. No, he's definitely the. I'm trying to think of like. There's got to be someone else that's out there that's somewhere younger, but I think you're right. I think
he's got to be one of the youngest.
He might be the youngest because if I like look through it, because I know.
There we go.
Halliburton could be on there. Tatum is not old. Tatum's 26, but he's definitely younger.
Yeah,
it'd be Halliburton would be the only other one.
Yeah, that's the only. Let's see, Tyrese, right?
Yeah. Because he's the only younger one, and then Anthony Edwards is only like 20, 21?
He's 24, Halliburton.
So yeah, Anthony is definitely, because he's only 21 or 22. They might not even be that old. He might be 20.
He is 22. So he's 22. Yeah, okay. If we're thinking correctly, he is the youngest player.
I think he is. Because Bam's definitely Bam, Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Davis, Durant, Embiid, Halliburton. Yeah, definitely. There's no one. Yeah. Tatum would be the next closest. He's like 26.
Yeah, I mean, he's good, but there's just...
Like you said, it's like you have LeBron, you have Kawhi. Well, Kawhi Leonard will get hurt after game one.
Probably.
Durant, to me, Durant's probably still number one on offense. He's probably the best, if not Curry. And then, if Anthony Davis stays healthy, obviously it's insane. If they stay healthy, it's insane. But anyway.
That seems wild.
Crazy, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think the only other thing I had...
well, you had the whole in-depth trade of
Klay Thompson
Wazoo's finest. Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like a big deal on the surface, but then when you read more into it, it was a 6-team trade, which has never happened
before. It's the first time ever.
So what basically happened is Klay Thompson signed a 3-year, $50 million deal with the Mavericks.
Signed a trade, yeah.
And then what happened is it also involved Buddy Hield, who signed a 3-year, $21 million deal with the Warriors, who was then traded from the 76ers. Then Kyle Anderson signed a 3-year, $27 million deal to also go to the Warriors. And then the Hornets are going to receive Josh Green, Reggie Jackson, and 2 second-round picks. And then
that's actually really good for them.
Yeah, are going to get a second-rounder and a second-round pick swap and cash. And then the Sixers will get a second-round pick in exchange for Hield. And then the Nuggets, which I believe Kyle Anderson was on.
Kyle Anderson was on Minnesota.
Okay.
I don't know who was. I'm trying to think of. It had to be Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson was definitely on.
And then I'll put that up here because
there was a lot. I don't know
too much going on, but there's a graphic that you can see it.
I don't know where Josh Green. I think. Dang, I don't even know where because there's Josh.
It's insane.
There's Josh Green on Houston, but Houston wasn't involved in that.
Yeah, it's a wild trade. Like I said, it's never happened before in NBA history.
Josh Green says going to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlotte. Yeah, it's one of those where you have to like try to keep up, but you can't keep up.
Yeah.
Josh Green was he was on Dallas.
Okay.
That's right. He was on Dallas. That makes sense. I remember that. Because I think there's a Josh something. I think it's Josh Green or someone who's on Houston, but I could be wrong. I'm always wrong. People give me in the comments all the time. They tell me I'm wrong at everything.
Let's see. So
there you go.
Klay Thompson and a second-round pick are going to the Mavericks. The Timberwolves are receiving 2 second-round picks cash. Then Kyle Anderson and Hield are going to the Warriors.
That's not bad for the Warriors either.
Cash to the Nuggets, and then Josh Green, Reggie Jackson, 2 second-round picks.
That's so good for the Hornets. I don't know.
And then the Sixers just get a second-round
pick. Who did the Hornets just had to give up some picks then, I guess? I don't know who they gave up. I
think it's so complicated.
That's so weird because the Sixers are obviously doing a salary dump to probably get Paul George. The Nuggets are doing a salary dump to get Reggie Jackson off the books.
Yeah.
Dallas got rid of Josh Green to get a second-round pick.
And then they got Klay Thompson.
And then they get Klay Thompson. Yeah, that's a lot going on. Too much. Yeah, pretty crazy, but pretty fun. I mean, kind of entertaining. The only other thing I had was not quite from the NBA, but you add a W to it.
Oh, yeah.
The WNBA. Caitlin Clark, first rookie ever in the WNBA to have a triple-double. I thought that was really impressive. Obviously, we all know that she is a absolute superstar.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it, again, just shows you what she is capable of. Everyone always thinks that maybe she's just a scorer, maybe she's just a this. She's an all-around ball player. 6 foot. I mean, as a woman, that's obviously pretty tall. 19 points, 13 assists, and 12 rebounds.
It's pretty dang solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and I mean, I know she's not. I don't know like the actual. I can look at the standings. I know.
I think they're decent. I can't remember.
They're okay. They're actually in third now, so they're 9 and 13. I don't know how the playoffs works. I don't know the WNBA all that well. I know we have a team. I know the Storm are doing really good. Jewel Lloyd, I watched play one game, unreal. But I don't know how the playoffs work. But they definitely kind of caught a little bit of fire. I know they were pretty bad to start the year, but man, I mean, what can she not do?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't put her on the USA team, and she does. It's like, dude, she's the best player in the world right now as maybe even a basketball player. She might be the biggest attraction for any basketball right now. It's incredible. She's so good.
Just got to a slow start, and that's the only thing.
I don't even know if it was a slow start. She just couldn't win. They couldn't win. The team got to a slow start. She was been cooking, but yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I think I just had like a Franz Wagner, if I'm saying that
Wagner.
signed a max extension with the
Magic, there's a couple of those guys. There's a couple of them that signed those. There's a really good picture I can try to send it to too. That a player for the Magic. He's like Turkish or something. He's not from America, but he was sitting in rookie the rookie media day.
Oh yeah,
and I think I'm guessing it's Victor Wembanyama, but I'm not sure. But he's sitting there. There's no one in front of him.
Oh, I did see that.
And he just signed like a 3-year, $30 million deal or something. And everyone's like, all these tweets were like, you should frame that. You should, use this as energy and use this as fuel. And then you see Victor Wembanyama. I mean, he's got everyone there. But or the other picture of the French national team. My gosh, I'm just going to go crazy because I'm thinking of things. Victor Wembanyama is standing by Rudy Gobert, right?
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert's like 7'1", and I'm like, what? Yeah. This guy's, oh my gosh, it's incredible. So crazy. But anyway, just random stuff now.
Yeah,
I'm just speaking out of my butt now.
That's pretty much what I had for the NBA. So nothing.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
But
just some. I mean, I think the DeMar DeRozan will be an impact for the West for sure.
I think the biggest thing, or the other thing, was Bronny signing that guaranteed deal.
Yeah,
I was just surprised.
I don't know if that might change the.
It very well.
I mean, but I think there's also a couple things. Is people are like, that's never happened, but you're also looking at the fact that your max deals are almost like $50 million a year.
Yeah.
So the money is just flowing. Like the TV deal's crazy now. To where you're like, that's crazy money. Yeah, it is. But now I don't know what the first overall pick will sign for. But
I think
he's probably
made like $20 million last year.
So
12 to 20 was one of the two.
That's a very big difference. So, but sure.
But still.
But no, that's what I'm saying is Victor Wembanyama. I think that he like that it's crazy, but it's also because the money is so incredible. Yeah.
For $20 million. Close.
Yeah, so his salary will start at $12 million and increase to $16. Yeah. So 4-year, $55 million. So yeah, that is crazy, but it's also like that's just where the money. That's that. Like $8 million is now just a second-round pick, like an unrestricted free agent or whatever undrafted free agent signing, like Isaac Jones. I don't know what he signed with the Kings, but I can imagine that his contract's going to be, $4 or $5 million. And people, because I know people have said like that would be way more than his NIL deal could be, but
you got a 2-way contract. Let's see.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
So it's probably it's a prove it deal then.
Oh yeah, that's the thing is that's what most second round picks were when I was looking into it.
Yeah, they were.
They were mostly get. So I don't see any numbers, but
yeah, I don't know what it was, but I'm just saying like I think that you'll start to see those being higher than we'll give you $2 million as a prove it, which is like I'll go play in the summer league for $2 million. Yeah. That's a salary, and I'm done. I can do that every year and try to keep proving it. It's crazy. Yeah. But anyway, I agree with you. It is a lot of money, and it is crazy. I think it helps. Obviously he's got a great agent. Rich Paul has done a great job with LeBron. LeBron's LeBron. Bronny's got LeBron's blood in him, so that helps.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Thanks for watching the Kind of Athletic podcast. Please make sure to like and subscribe on all of our social medias, and we will see you next week.